Hi, this is Alyssa, and I'm Miss Becky, and we've been playing with Play-Doh. It's been really fun, and we just now got out our Play-Doh tools, but for a while we were playing without them, and I want to show you some things you can use at home. Maybe you don't have Play-Doh tools at home. You could use just a can of anything as a roller to roll out your Play-Doh. It works really well. That's what we were using. Yes, and she's showing you what a Play-Doh roller looks like too. We also have cookie cutters that work really well with Play-Doh to kind of make shapes. You guys know how to do that. We also pulled out some measuring cups if you want to fill the measuring cup with Play-Doh and then dump it out. That's really fun. I also found these chopsticks, which work really well if you want to make eyes and poke little eyes or just make holes in your Play-Doh. That's really fun. Or if you just have a plastic knife to cut with. Oh, and then we found this lid too. Do you want to show them how to use the lid, Alyssa? Okay. Yeah, we just push with the lid on the Play-Doh. So those are things you can do. Now, I do want to show you because at least in the puppy class and I know in the bear class, we were talking a lot about dinosaurs. And I thought it would be fun to try to make a stegosaurus. Not just any dinosaur, but a stegosaurus. So I'm going to do my best here. And you guys can tell me what you think. But the first thing I'm going to do is just get some blob of Play-Doh. And actually, I'm not going to use any of these tools. So I'm just going to push them aside so you can see better. So here's my blob of Play-Doh, and I'm just kind of shaping it like, kind of put it flat down like that. Yep, just like that. And then I learned that Stegosaurus has a very small head. So I'm just gonna get a small thing of Play-Doh and roll it between my hands. If you're wondering why my hands are all blue, it's because I just made this Play-Doh and I used blue food coloring. And I recommend you put the food color, if you're making Play-Doh, you put the food coloring in while you're stirring it on the stove instead of later, because that's why my hands are all blue. But anyway, that's a side note. I know Miss Kim did a video on how to make Play-Doh, and she probably has good recommendations. So there's my head. I'm just gonna stick my head on the front, and I'm gonna make some legs. So I'm just gonna get a blob like that, and I'm gonna kind of roll it back and forth to make my leg, and then kind of round out each side and put my leg on there and make another leg like that and put it there. And I'm gonna do two for the other side really quick. You kind of get the idea there, huh? A little bit more. There's that. Now, one thing I don't have yet is my tail. So I'm gonna get some more Play-Doh to make my tail. And again, I'm gonna roll it back and forth to make a tail. And I'm gonna hook it on the back there and try to like mush it in as best as I can. So I have a nice long tail. And I learned also that Stegosauruses had spikes on their tails. So I'm gonna take a tiny little piece of Play-Doh and roll it like that and just stick it up on my tail. And get another little bit and stick it up. And another little bit. So I have 3 spikes on my tail. I think that's enough spikes for my tail. It looks very spiky, doesn't it? And then I'm almost done, but there's a couple of things the other thing that I love about Stegosaurus is it has the bony plate on its back. So all I'm doing is I'm using these 2 fingers and I'm pinching the top of my Stegosaurus a few times, and it looks like a bony plate, doesn't it? Yeah, and now I think all I really need is maybe a face, or at least some eyes. So I am gonna use, the one thing I'm gonna use is the chopsticks Can I use this one?
Yeah.
And you use this one? And I'm gonna make one eye, two eyes on my Stegosaurus. Yeah, and I think that is all I'm gonna do because I really like how my Stegosaurus turned out, and I hope you do too. You might want to make a dinosaur. It could be a Stegosaurus, it could be a Brachiosaurus or a T-Rex. But if you do, would you post a picture so we can see what it looks like? Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.